We'll roll with that. It's going to be a very quick Lynchy's live webcast today. For those that don't know, I'm Tony, sales manager here at Martin Lynch and Sons. Been a bit of a busy day. We're having a bit of a rearranging the showroom, ready for when we hopefully open on, I think it's April the 12th. I think Boris has said, and having a rearrange in the office as well. So obviously, a lot of you are working the contest as well. So we've got the 990 on at the moment with the beam, and around. So we shall have. Oh dear! Right, let me just select this so that it shows. Right, hello Brian. Your volume was down. Okay, at least you didn't email in and say you couldn't hear me, so that's great. Hi to Paul as well, and who else is there? Hi to Robin. How you doing? Hi to Silva. Okay, we'll get a couple more viewers, and then I'll do a quick run round of the used equipment. And also, we've got a few smaller products which have come back into stock now as well. Afternoon as well to G7 JVB. I hope you're doing well. Right, so let's go through a couple of the bits that have come back into stock under £50. Just want to treat yourself to a nice little present ready for Easter and you don't want an egg, here you go. So back into stock, the Midell headphone stands. And if you check the web price for the current price on those, there has been some issues with regards to pricing that have been in the magazines, etc. For those of you that don't know, we have to give our sort of prices 2 to 3 months in advance. So they do change. And obviously with the current situation with Brexit, etc., the prices have been shooting up through the roof and with the pandemic. So we've tried to keep the prices as low as possible, but there may be a slight fluctuation on there. So we've got, as I said, the Z2 headphone stands. Martin uses these himself on the desk in the office and in his shack at home. You've probably seen him on his videos. Talking of the boss man, the governor, as you probably saw if you watched yesterday's video, he is going in for an operation, I believe, Monday or Tuesday. So if you could all keep your fingers crossed for him that all goes well. Nothing too serious. It's a wallet extraction. And we've been trying for years, and I know plenty of you have to try and release his wallet from his back pocket, and we're hoping that it can be done now medically. And if that's the case, I will buy a drink if you come and see me at the HF convention if it's on this year. So one chance only. So if it's not on, you won't be getting a drink. I won't carry it across until next year. So, but you will have to come and see me and mention about Martin's operation, his wallet extraction. So to the governor, I hope you do well during the week. And no doubt we'll try and get him to do a live as well from the hospital bed. Hopefully not one of those gowns that shows the rear off, that's for sure. Anyway, so hello to Ricky as well. How you doing? And also to Kim, one of our hardest working members of staff here. Again, under £50 on these, I believe. I could be wrong though. Should have checked really. Should have checked. So it's been one of those days. Really nice wheel. It's got switches on there which you can obviously assign to whatever mode you're using, etc. And a nice jog wheel on the top for using as a VFO. So there we go. So that's those. Back in stock as well. Finally. So Carl, Mr. Wonder One, if you're watching, thank you for sending some products, clearing the back orders, etc. Right, so we've got these back in stock now. These are a rework basically on the classic Wonder One widebander Mark II, which was obviously a rework, and of the Wonder Loop as well. So these have been done with the 705 in mind. If you're running the QRAB mounting system on the back, a lot of people have said, oh, you know, I've got a Wonder Wand, etc. I'm looking to get a Wonder Wand, and you can't mount it on the QRAB. Well, now you can. So as you can see there, it's now called the Mark II inline version. Let's see if that will focus a bit better. And as you can see, the PL259 is now in line at the bottom on the widebander. Still comes with the telescopic whip as standard, top band through to 70 sems, I believe. And you can run a random wire on top as well. They work really well actually as a random wire tuner. And when I get home after finishing this shift, I will be going into the contest. And as I did on the last contest, I'm going to be running a Wonder Wand out of the shack window up in the loft, which hasn't been set up yet. I've only been there 2 years, so I'm going to run that out of the window and hopefully work some DX on a little 817. I'd like to do a nice bit of QRP, so I'm going to run the 817 1-to-1 wire motor out the window. If I get any good results, I'll try and get them included on the next video, maybe for next week, if it goes well. So fingers crossed for me. Normally on 10 meters, normally works really well. So that's that one, and also the loop, so you can see. This is where I always get it wrong on the camera, as it's on reverse. So again, inline, and that comes with the copper loop as well. Really, really easy to set up. Now, a little tip, did have an email in this week from a guy who bought one of these new like that. What you need to do with these, if you want to get to 6 meters, etc., is you need to tune it once, come back on yourself, retune again, and as you go through, it's kind of a secondary tuning phase. So it's really, really clever bit of engineering by Cole, and that works really well. I do believe he's working on some new products as well for VHF and UHF. He has shown me a couple of little ideas that he's got, and it's just a case of pushing him into doing them. So if there's anything you would like to see, I'd like to see a portable 2-element beam, to be honest with you, that he does. And I'll keep pushing for it, even if it works from say 20 meters up to 10. I'll keep pushing for it, and I know it can be done because he used to have a dipole version. I'm fingers crossed he can get that done. And so if you just bombard emails into Carl at 1-to-1, keep saying to him, look, we want the Tony Yagi, please, please, please. Right, hello to M7SDA. Info regarding the SPO yes, Kenneth. As we said, they are on their way. There has been a lot of delays with regards to shipments coming in and back orders. It's just down to the popularity of the SP38 and the SM30 special offer that we did. Also the SP41, I believe we had a couple of those in, but again, we're still chasing back orders. But they are coming sure and steady, and you've got Kim to thank for that. So no problem there. Right, moving on. I believe that's everything I was going to show you there. So we're going to do the used equipment if I flip you round. There we go. All right, as I said, we are having a bit of a tidy up. So John's been working hard. He's still working hard, actually. We'll give him a quick, as you can see in the corner there. Having a bit. Hello, John. Bonjour. So he's having that's a nice picture, actually. I don't know if you've seen this picture before, if you've not been in the store. If you can guess who the guy is on the right-hand side, we'll give you some extra brownie points. Long, long time ago. Right, let's move around and see what we've got on the used equipment. Okay, we have had a lot of used equipment come in over the last week. Engineers are checking that out. Speaking of the engineers, if you're looking to do a repair, there is a bit of a waiting time at the moment. So it's sort of 2 to 3 weeks waiting time. But they are getting through the backlog. It's the lockdown the lockdown effect where everyone's playing with their radios more often. Right, let's in very, very nice condition. And at 349, that's quite a good saving. I know the newer version, the GE version, is. In fact, I'm going to have a look. No, that is a 710 standard. The GE version with GPS is about £200 more. Okay, ELAD FDM Duo, 5 watts SDR transceiver. Great if you want to use the shuttle wheel, for example. Great link there. 799. So again, about £200 saving. We've got, if you want a brand new one of these, we do have I think we've got 2 of the silver variants which have just come out, and they look really, really snazzy. If you're into your kind of high-end 80s hi-fi and you like that silver finish, the old Marantz finish as I call it, then we do have a couple of those in stock. F1 qualifying. I think I just stopped, Jim. I think I'll stop now and go and have a look. So as I was saying, we do have the silver FDM Duos in stock. We had a lovely used one and a speaker that's gone. So you missed out basically on that one, but we have this one still, 5 watts. Moving across, still got the ICOM commercial radio in stock. That's a great bargain. If you can manage to program, that is a great bargain for a good quality, robust transceiver. Moving across, ARDV1, as we've mentioned before. Great receiver, these. Do the digital voice as well, and it's auto sensing. So it will change to the mode that it's receiving. Yaesu FT897D, great beginner's radio this one, and just a trusty workhorse. So 599 on the 897D. For those that don't know, who've probably come late to the party for this one, they are sort of end of production now. However, you know, good for another 10 years worth of parts in circulation. Gives you 100 watts on HF, 100 on 6 meters, 50 on 2, and I think it's 40 on 70 if I remember rightly. Big brother of the 857, so it works with the ATAS as well. Carrying handle on the side, and just nice, yeah, it's kind of a bit of a military design on that. They were used in Afghanistan, I believe, as well. There you go, a bit of insight for you. Next to that, Yaesu FT891. Now, really great receiver on these, and the DSP is amazing. So if you're mobile and suffer from a bit of noise when you're mobile, these are immense, and again work with the ATAS. Hi to Ryan in the States, how you doing? Next to that, Yaesu FT450D, amazing radio for the price. HF in 6 meters, 100 watts, built-in ATU, and a decent built-in ATU. So you've got a good, I think it's about 7-to-1 tuning ratio on these. And next to that, we've still got the PS15 or the PS51. They still haven't changed. Oh, no. Even I forgot that they hadn't changed that. I'll be getting a slap on the wrist for that one. So if you're running an old ICOM transceiver and want a matching power supply, that's a good purchase there when you think of the price of a new, say, PS126, for example. Uniden Bearcat 3500 XLT, general coverage scanner. Next to that, we've got a ID5100, nice large, true dual receive on these VHF, UHF, and D-Star. Now these are great. If you using these as a home base is just it's just a breeze to use because the screen's so large. Next to that, PS125. Again, if you're running a say a 7400 or an IC756 Pro 3, these are great little power supplies to match. Next to that, an FL133 filter. And do you know what? I can't remember what that goes with. I do know it's a CW filter, but other than that, I can't remember. So I'll have a look and see if we've got the info on the web for that one. Okay, down below here, Yaesu FT950. HF in 6 meters, 100 watts. Slight scratches on the top, as you can see, hence the price. But, you know, if you're not too worried about that, then no problem. Hi to Tim as well. Loving the 2 4-meter radios he's bought. That is a shame, yeah, about the fixed microphone on those. But great value. Absolutely great value. And a lot of guys going on to 4 regarding 4 meters. We do have some new 4-meter antennas that we're testing at the moment. So within the next, I would say 2 to 3. DX1200, now not available from new. So this is kind of the only way you're going to get a DX1200 now is on the used market. That's in lovely condition. We do have the FFT1 scopes still available from new stock. So if you've got one already and you want to add the scopes, you can get the CW reader and live screen. Just check the website for that. Next to that, 590SG, one of my favorites. Simple to use, HF 6 meters, 100 watts, CW reader on there as well. USB connectivity, just easy to use. If you don't want all singing, all dancing, scopes, SDR, etc., then this is the radio to go for. Nice, easy transition from an old school style radio. Next to that, FC50, matching ATU for the 891, which we saw earlier. If you want brand new, if you're a bit funny about buying a used one, we've got a special offer. If you check the website now on the matching pair of the FC50 and the 891, really good price for that. So all part of the pre-surgery on removing Martin's wallet. Unfortunately, we can't program an FT400 for you, Adam, I'm afraid. We just don't have the time at the moment to offer that service, I'm afraid. But there's plenty of guys on the web. If you join the Facebook groups, etc., there's a lot of files around. Just download an SD card. Yeah, Yaesu FT818ND for under £500. Shack in a box. I'll be using my 817, the little brother. 5 watts output. Great if you're running FT8, etc. Just run it with an SCU 17 or a Tigertronics SL USB. HF through to 70 SEMS, and I mean, just look at the size of it. Unbelievable design. Okay, coming across, we've got another FT950. Next to that, one of my favourites, a 920. Beautiful, beautiful design on this. I mean, just look at the difference. It's kind of like a Pininfarina Yaesu version. Although we won't talk about Italian design at the moment. Another FT891 and a TS480 SAT, 100 watts, HF, and 6 meters, built-in ATU, removable head, great for mobile. So that's all of the used equipment for the moment. As you can see here, we're now setting up a mobile section for you. So when you come back into the store in April, you'll be able to go straight to the section that you want to look at and see what's on offer. So if we look along here, there we go. There's the D710G version. Still got stock of these. They are coming end of line very soon, but I've got a few of these in stock. And ID 5100's got those new with deluxe packages as well with the Bluetooth. FTM 400s and FTM 300s, Bluetooth included on the 300, don't forget. And got a special offer on at the moment where we provide the Bluetooth headset free of charge. So that's worth doing. I'm going to have a quick move along. We may be getting some more of these back in stock very soon. The TH9800s, under £200, and based on the ASU FT8900. So 10, 6, 2 and 70. Right. I come away from that. See, have a quick check up on John. See where he's done a runner, so we can have a quick look and see how he's getting on filling the cases. Yep, coming along nicely. Really good. So let's have a little move around. Apologies for the mess at the moment. As I said, we are reworking the showroom and changing everything around. So here we go. As I said, on the 990, bit of the WPX contest. Now these will be coming back into stock as well, hopefully in the next 2 to 3 weeks. 890s I have in stock already, which is next door to it. Great radio, to 990, 200 watts as standard. I just love that classic Vernier style dial on there as well. Brilliant. So we have another quick look around. As I said, we are changing everything around at the moment. So it's a favourite of Jonathan and Gary. And then we come across to the Asus as well. So as you can see, got a 3000. Now I've still got stock of brand new 3000s, even though they're end of line. So if you do want one of those, be very, very quick. 991A back in stock, and don't forget the Yaesu cashback as well. £90 off of the FT991A and the 101MP and the 101D. Got a lovely, lovely M100 microphone there. Now these are beautiful. Dual element. So you've got basically a simpler version of their M1 super expensive microphone. 101MP there without the power supply. Obviously the engineers have been fiddling around again. And FTDX 5000MP, which we still have at the moment. And now we're going to have a little working round on this side. Oh, I'll tell you what, I've just seen some used equipment on the floor. So we've got what looks like a 101MP, and there we go, the M1 microphone, which will obviously be a better price than it is new. So that will be going up for sale very soon. And as we said, we're just restocking everything at the moment, getting ready for the big opening. All right, so B stock wise, as I said, We will be having all our B stock out and on show. So when you come into the store, you won't have to ask and say, have you got any B stock items? Or the guys won't have to remember to tell you. They will be out on display. So here we've got a selection so far, which we're getting ready. So we've got a, looks like an AT 878 is that? Yep, 878 UV. Some RF Explorer signal generators. Whole headset as well there, B stock, Pro Set 6. MFJ 994B. Oh, that's a rarity. Got a Kent single paddle as well. Very rare to see a Kent key nowadays. Okay, one of the IP98 POC radios. That's, what is that? Let me have a look. Oh, these are on special offer at the moment. I know Martin advertised these, and we've got 3 of these left, I believe, at the special price. You're probably better off to buy new, actually, rather than the B stock one at the way pricing is at the moment. How much is the POC radio? They're normally 124.95. I believe the B stock is I think it's a tenner off on the B stock at the moment. Again, apologies for the adverts regarding those. They are showing at 99.95 in Radcom and Practical Wireless. Again, that was for the first release of the models. They all sold out within the first, I think, 2 to 3 days. So they are standard price again, I'm afraid. D710GE and a Linko 330FX, which I believe is the one with the, that's the one with the USB sockets on this. That's great for anyone running a hotspot, etc., and you just want to plug a USB lead in and run that. So that's that. Have a little look around here. Got some more handy antennas that have come in, Diamond. Loads of dummy loads that have all come in. And we've got one of these MAT 50s left over. I can just crouch down. Oh, the bones creaking. So if you see this, it's an ingenious little invention by Diamond. If you're running 40 meters to 6 meters, you can attach this on the bottom of your mount, and you can literally, it's a magnetic patch. So it adds a ground onto the car or onto the metal part that you're using. So only one of those left. So if you want one of those, be quick. Be very quick. Dog bones. Loads of dog bones back in stock now. There we go. Beautiful selection of colours. And also these lovely ones. These are the Alpha Delta ones, which come as standard with the Alpha Delta antennas. Speaking of which, if I move quickly over here, give you a bit of motion sickness. We have the Alpha Delta range back in stock again, got a few more models in. So we've got the DX80, which is 80 meters through to 30 megahertz. And the construction on these is just amazing. See if I can't read. Absolutely beautiful. Now, if you remember Big Dave that used to work for us, he had, I think he's got a DX, I think it's a CC that he's got. Yeah, this one here, which is the DXCC. As you can see, 80, 40, 20, 15, and 10 meters, 82 feet long, so not horrendous. Fan dipole. And he works so much DX, it's unbelievable. Okay, so that's those. Still got some old Hustler parts left over. So if you're running a Hustler mobile and you're looking for a mast, here you go. A couple of 40-meter resonators left as well. There we go. New stock of the DX Commander poles have come back in as well. Plenty CW Morse keys. Now these have been really popular. We've got some cases here as well for some of the older models of the Yaesu handhelds. So if you want to look after your, let's see what we have got. VX7, for example, I've got a case left for a VX7, FT1, and FT3s as well. Just got the cases back in for those, which is good. And unfortunately, we have a short supply of screen protectors. Now, I have been told that our delivery is coming very, very, very soon. So they have now located our delivery that decided to go on holiday. And it'll be good when it lands. I think it's a very, very big pallet of about 200 kilos. So how it went missing, I really don't know. Right, let's move around for the last of the B stock on this side. And we have a DXE AOK DCF. And you're probably going, oh, what's that? Well, that is an SO239 that you attach to your Hustler antenna. So rather than go direct connect on the 6B TV or the 5B TV, you can add the direct coax feed and just plug a PL259 straight in. So we've got one of those there. We have what looks like a UV380, YT100 LDG tube, YT1200, which I believe works with a 991 as well. The quad band TYT that I was telling you about earlier, 8600. So if you're running a small linear, that's perfect for that. ICOM ICR6 receiver, one of the world's fastest scanning receivers. John's looking at me like I'm mad. I did see that look, John. You're only wearing a mask. It's true, isn't it? It is one of the world's fastest scanning receivers. The R6 pocket receivers. It is, yeah. I thought so. ICOM 7300 B stock as well. So I know that will be in excellent condition. And two IC 705s as B stock as well. So I'll tell you what, I can't wait for us to reopen. I really can't, because what will be bad for you will be good for me. Let me just make my way around here. Have a little switcheroo in a minute. See if I can do this without dropping the camera again. Okay, there we go. All right, let's just quickly check the message. As I was saying, I'm really looking forward to opening again. Just for the fact that it will cut down on B stock. Because obviously you'll be able to come in, we'll be able to demo the equipment to you, going through some training with the guys at the moment on new products that are coming in, and also some of the older products, because obviously we've got a couple of new members of staff over lockdown. So you'll be able to come in like you used to do, have a cup of coffee, hopefully sit with us once we get the go ahead about social distancing, etc. And make sure it's the right radio for you. So before you spend your thousands or hundreds of pounds, we'll be able to go through the old Lynchy way of doing it, basically. Come in, spend a bit of time, have a chat before we get the money. Or you pass your money over in a nice way, obviously. Right, let's have a quick look through the messages before I go and try and rebuild the sales office. Are the new Yes MD 70 mics delayed due to the Suez Canal block? Probably not, but I'm going to say yes because it gives us a very, very good excuse for them not being here yet. So that is going to be my standard excuse, I think, from now on. Hi to Brian Watson. Late on parade. Bell did not work to tell me you were on. I get that late. He's not though normally. So yeah, I often get that as well with the notifications. Any work on how to get into the service menu of the FTDX10? Yes, Kevin. Basically, don't. The service menu is there for the engineers that are Yaesu approved. You're more than welcome to go into the service menu yourself. It probably will invalidate your warranty. So entirely up to you if you want to do that, but it's not something I'd recommend, and I'm sure our engineers wouldn't as well. Let's have a look. What else do we have here? I've caught most of them. Can you send a QSL card? Do you know what? We haven't actually done any QSL cards for a while. We should do, because obviously we've got the club call for the employees here. So we have an employees club, which we should get more on the air, and we will do once we're back up and running properly again. So if you listen out for G2ML, so that's Golf 2 Mike Lima, that's the call sign for the MLS Employees Club. In fact, I may give it a little burst in the contest. How long have we got? half an hour, and I can have a play. Yeah, I may put a few points out under that. So yes, once we do get QSL cards up and going, if you make a contact with the our club call, then yes, we will give them out. One last little look. Pop, 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 pop. I think that's most of it. Yep, looks good. I'll tell you what, it's not a bad gathering actually, considering the contest is on. Hi to Paddy, I missed you earlier. Hi to Terry as well. All right, yep, we'll leave it there. I think. Anything else you need to know? It'll be Jonathan and myself on the Something for the Weekend video next week. As I said, because Martin's going in for his operation, the wallet op. So anything you'd like to see featured, if you're very quick, because we normally do the video quite early in the week. If you get it emailed across to sales@hamradio.co.uk, we'll try and feature it in the video if we can. Don't forget the podcast as well. I believe there's a new podcast out from Jonathan and Gary. I did catch, I think I caught about 10 or 15 minutes of that as well. Greatly appreciated throughout lockdown, etc. And we're just heading forwards now to April. Keeping our fingers crossed that they kind of make it a bit easier. It will probably be, knowing the way it's been, it will probably be a soft entry into the shop. There'll still be the counter if you don't want to come fully into the store. But other than that, we'll probably have to keep numbers down a little bit. But, you're all more than welcome within the regulations, as they say. So we'll catch you again during the week. And anything you need, just call. See you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.